How you doing, guys, and welcome to the challenge. Today I'm going to go over your training program, the basic outline of it all and how to read it and what everything means. Obviously at the top we've got our basic details at the top, and then we've got our first week. So this will basically show you how many weeks you've got in your training block. All of you will receive 3 4-week training blocks. They will change, the style of training will change over these blocks, so don't freak out when you get your first one and it only says weeks 1, 2, 3 and 4. Our second one is our working sets. Our working sets is basically how many sets we are doing per exercise. Obviously we want to warm up, so they will not be included in your working sets. Rep range, how many reps we're performing each exercise. This can vary from 8 to 15 to 20. It can be all over the place depending on what we're trying to achieve and depending on what style of training we're using. Rest period. Rest period is basically how long we're going to take in between sets to rest and recover so we can perform the next set. Tempo and percentage of 1RM are both a little bit more advanced, and I'll cover each of these in a single video, going right into it and what it means. With our set 1, 2 and 3, all those 3 here, like I can show, what I'm encouraging you to do here is to write down what weights you are lifting for these workouts. This is then going to allow us at the end of the training block of 4 weeks to look back and say, have I progressed? Have I gotten stronger? Am I getting to where I want to be? Last one is rate of perceived exertion. This is basically how hard is the exercise? How hard do we perceive it to be? Down the bottom here is our exercise comment section. If there's anything really specific I want to note down, this is where I'll write it, so always pay attention to this part. With the deload phase, a deload phase is when we back off on the weights. We might not use this in your training program just because it's only for 12 weeks. Where it says A1 here, B1, this is basically how you would categorize the exercises. So A1's the first, B1's the second. In some parts of this workout, you will see A1 and A2. This is basically showing that you are going to do both of these exercises one after the other without any rest period between them. We come down to the bottom of the page and we have daily feedback. I also encourage you to fill this in with a rate between 1 and 10, 1 being poor, 10 being excellent. This also allows us at the end of the 4 weeks to look back and see how you've progressed and how you're moving. I know a lot of these things are quite in depth, but trust me, it does help. This is basically the first page of the program. Each of your days will split across the bottom, so it's nice and easy to read. On the last page is your terminology. This is a terminology page, so this, for instance, goes a little bit more into detail of what we've been talking about, and we'll also have a few in here that we haven't talked about yet. I'll try and cover the terms in a video by themselves, just so that everyone is on the same page. So this is basically our training plan, guys, and this is what you'll be getting.